Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm, of course, your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now rocking with the best. Since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. We got to go today, y'all. I said we got a good one today, y'all. A lot of folks watching right now as we are celebrating a Gamecock victory, beating Texas A&M 71-56, 15-point victory in It is going down. Follow me on Instagram at Captain Will the OG. Follow me on Twitter at Gamecocks Talk. And follow me specifically and especially on YouTube. Follow me on YouTube at Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. So let's talk about this basketball game. Well, you know what? Before we start this basketball game, we got to do our celebration, and we have to celebrate. We got to celebrate. I know y'all. I know y'all feel. I saw some comments already. I know how y'all feel. Like this wasn't the 30-point victory that we expected, right? Or did we expect this, right? Who? But we'll talk about that, right? We'll talk about it. It's still shot o'clock. It's still shot o'clock. It's still time to celebrate. It's still time to celebrate another victory, especially in the SEC. That is all it means. I don't know why I just went dark for a second. That is so weird, but I did. This is the internet, and it happens. So, whatever your beverage choice is tonight, whatever it is, could be water. I know folks got to go to work tomorrow. So it might be water, might be ginger ale. You might be feeling some type of way, might have an uneasy stomach. So it might be some milk. But I got to shout out Diane Singleton. Diane Singleton should try Casa Migos Jalapeno. So just cracked it open. And when I opened it, when Wifey will open it up, it's just an aroma. It's strong. You can smell the jalapenos. I don't know how this is going to taste. I'm going to do this live on this air, but I can smell the jalapenos. This thing set my tongue on fire. Y'all going to see. So, shout out to Diane Singleton and some Casamigos Jalapeno. I'm actually a little bit scared. But cheers to our South Carolina women's basketball team on winning another basketball game and continuing to win. So, cheers, y'all. Shot o'clock, baby. Woo. All right. Oh, man. Ooh. Okay. Little burning sensation from the jalapenos, but smooth. So I can make some spicy margaritas out of this right here. I can dig it. Woo. Thank you, Diane Singleton. All right, so this basketball game, I just got to keep it real. When I found out that Tanaya was not going to be playing in this basketball game, when I found out Agot was not going to be playing in this basketball game, I felt some type of way. I really did. I felt some type of way, and I felt like a game like tonight is a game that going to look clunky. It's going to look ugly, and it did. This was not a pleasurable watch of basketball. If you are a South Carolina women's basketball fan, it was not. A&M went in that zone for most of the basketball game, and the first half, if we talk about the first half in this game, was a Tessa Johnson show. Tessa Johnson was lighting it up. I mean, she was 5 for 7 from the three-point line, 6 for 8 from the field overall, had 17 points. She exposed that zone, and she was tearing it up. That was the best version of Tessa Johnson shooting the basketball in the first half. 17 points in the half. Joyce got it going as well in that half. 10 points, 3 for 5 from the field, was efficient, 4 for 6 from the free throw line, had 5 rebounds, and had 4 assists. Yeah, Joyce had 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 10 points in the first half. Raven had 7 points, 2 for 6 from the field, 3 for 3 from the 2 for 3 from the 3-point line, 1 for 1 for the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 5 assists as well in the first half. The problem that I had in the first half of this basketball game was Texas A&M shot 43%. I have a problem with that. Texas A&M shot 50% from the 3-point line. I, again, have a problem with that as well. That first half also, we had 11 turnovers. That is wrong. Let me say that. That is wrong for South Carolina to have 11 turnovers in a basketball game versus an inferior team. Texas A&M is an inferior team. I don't care if we're missing Agot. I don't care if we're missing Tanaya. The talent level wasn't changed that much where we get 11 turnovers. That was not cool. A&M only had 9 turnovers in this basketball game. I didn't expect much from the bench in terms of points because in the first half we only had 5 bench points and A&M had 10. We did have 6 block shots. That's cool. We had 3 steals. They had 7 steals in this first half. And we were only up by 10 points. That was it. Up by 10 points after shooting 57% from the field, after shooting 58% from the 3-point line, 73% from the free throw line. How was that even possible for us to be only up by 10 points? I don't know. This was a strange basketball game. And if we move to the second half, that third quarter, I mean, come on. I know y'all were jumping up and down in the third quarter. We got outscored 16 points to 14 points. Carolina scored 14 points. You want to know why we scored 14 points in the third quarter? Because we shot 25% from the field. We shot 0% from the 3-point line. 14 points. As hot as Tessa Johnson was in the first half, came out of the third quarter, had 2 points, was 0 for 6 from the field, was 0 for 3 from the 3-point line. It was very ugly basketball. And despite Texas A&M shooting 36% from the field in the third quarter, they still outscored us by 2 points. 2 points. That's ridiculous. It really is. I was upset. I didn't feel this situation with Tanaya out and with Agot out is going to shape our basketball team. For however long they're out of the picture. If it's out for a week, if it's out for 2 weeks, we got a situation. If those 2 young ladies are out of the South Carolina roster, today, February the 2nd, if they are gone for 2 weeks, and we talk about February the 16th, after the schedule that we have upcoming, you talk about Mississippi State, we got to play. You talk about Tennessee, you talk about LSU, Alabama. I mean, we got Ole Miss. We got some squads to play. It's going to be interesting how this is going to be matriculated, how it's going to be navigated, because we have to keep it real. We started the season, and let's do a little history, okay? We started the season with one of our hands tied behind our back, and that's with Chloe Kitts being injured in October. So that's how the season began, okay? We started the season with Ashton Watkins not only not playing until possibly January or February, but out of school. So that is the way that our season began, okay? Let's be real. Let's be real with this, okay? Now, so that changes the depth. That changes the makeup of this basketball team. That changes the point production, the rebound production on this basketball team. So losing those players changed and made other players have to step up. The problem is that we always use this mantra. We always use this thing of next warming up, right? Well, sometimes the talent doesn't equate to next warming up, because Chloe Kitts and Ashley Watkins being gone off this team in the post is missed. Let's just keep it real. It is missed. It is a situation where we cannot make up the points, we cannot make up the rebounding, and we can't make up the block shots. That is a situation that we know about, all right? Then we fast forward. It's been clunky anyway, with Maddy sitting out some games with suspension. Tessa missing a game or two. You got Agot, with the concussion thing, was out for a month. You got, Tanaya Latson was out before and now out again. Now you take away, and we get down to the points and all that cool stuff in this basketball game, but we're just doing some conversation right now, okay? We're just doing conversation over some white wine. So this is the deal. But you take out Agot McCurr, who and Tanaya Latson. So right now you taking out. Here's the deal. You are taking out Tanaya Latson, who's averaging 16 points per basketball game. You're taking out Agot McCurr, who's averaging 7, almost 8 points per basketball game. You're taking out points. You're taking out rebounds. Tanaya Latson averaging about 4 rebounds. Agot McCurr averaging about 5 rebounds. You're taking out Tanaya Latson averaging 50% from the field and 37% from the three-point line. You're taking all those things out. But you cannot. It's hard to replicate in these games. Like, okay, well, such and such got to score more points. Okay, that sounds cool, but you taking out roughly 26 points out of the lineup, and you're asking Maddy to score these points. You're asking Ayla to score this one. Now, Joyce made up the deficit in terms of overall points from her normal level to what she got tonight. She was sensational. The problem that this basketball team is going to have when we play against teams that has equal or more talent. We're going to be playing a basketball team on Sunday in Tennessee that has a lot of talent on their basketball team, and they going to run and run and run. We may not have enough guard bodies to deal with that. We may not. That is a fact. That is a fact. Tonight, we played not well. That's it. We didn't play not well against a bad basketball team. And I know folks will say, what is SEC? Everybody's good. Damn it, everybody ain't good in the SEC. It ain't. And Texas A&M is not a good basketball team. It's just not. It's not. Texas A&M ain't going to win another basketball game this season. There's a fact. They're going to be finished with 8 and whatever. For the rest of the season, they ain't beat nobody else. If they beat somebody, I don't even know if they play Arkansas. You talk about A&M and Arkansas, the 2 worst teams in the SEC. And we were struggling in the second half. Fourth quarter, South Carolina started doing South Carolina things. And we made a run. And Joyce Edwards had, I think, 14 points in the fourth quarter to make this thing crazy. 14 points, 5 for 7 from the field, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds. She was sensational. But we only scored 16 points in that fourth quarter. Let's be real now. So Joyce scored 14 out of the 16 points in the fourth quarter for the South Carolina women's basketball team. Now, A&M only scored 9. Now, our defense decided to show up in the fourth quarter, about 6 minutes left. A&M finished 1 for 12 from the field, 8%, 1 for 5 from 3, 20%. But let's be clear. Joyce was the only one playing basketball on the offensive side in terms of getting the ball in the basket in the fourth quarter. She had 14 points. Maddy had 1 point, and Alicia had 1 point. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That is it. Let's just keep it real. Let's call a spade a spade. It was tough. It was tough. Joyce was like, oh, hell no, we're going to lose this basketball game. And she took over. She played sensational. And Gamecocks overall for the game itself, if we look at the best players tonight, we got, Joyce Edwards, come on. 36 efficiency, had 28 points, 4 assists, 9 for 12 in the field, 75%. She was unbelievable. She also had 11 rebounds, I mean, just terrific basketball for her. One block, one steal. She did have 4 turnovers. That's the only blemish on her record. But if you give me 4 assists, and if you're big, if you give me 4 assists and you give me 4 turnovers, even. She was dominant tonight. Efficiency of 36. Got to be our highest efficiency this season. She was terrific, special. I always like look at the overall player analytics, and I look at Joyce Edwards, and it says points produced 19.9, points allowed 11.5. She had a positive of 8.4 points while she was on the floor, not plus minus. 8.4 points in terms of points produced and points allowed. That is guarding, and that is scoring or distributing the basketball. She was sensational tonight. Her best game for show in SEC play this year. She was terrific. The next one, and it's a big drop from 36 that Joyce had. The next one was Raven. She had a 15. Now, if I say, and this is my own metric, this is my own thing that I came up with my own head. If a player gets, 17 or more, they had a really good basketball game in terms of efficiency, offensively and defensively. If they get 16, 15, they played, pretty good. And in this basketball game, Raven Johnson played pretty good. She had efficiency of 15. That efficiency of 15 was 7 points, 8 assists, 1 turnover, which is great. Assist to turnover ratio of 8-1 is out of sight. And I mean, that's unbelievable. Out of sight. That's like a 70s word. I just showed my age. I legitimately just showed my age right there by saying out of sight. I don't know what happened. I just had a moment. Mama and daddy, I just took it back to the 70s. But she was 2 for 11 from the field. 2 for 11 from the field, 18%. She was 2 for 6 from the field, from the three-point line, 33%. Raven had 7 rebounds. She had 2 blocks and 1 steal. Overall, that's why I would say she played all right. She played good. She just, it wasn't like terrific, but she played good. Because that 2 for 11, you just got to call a spade. 2 for 11 is still 18%. Okay, that's a bad field goal percentage. And I normally, I always point out field goal percentage for opponents, for whoever, in regards to not shooting the ball well and not being efficient. But on the other hand, she had 8 assists and only 1 turnover. That's why I say she played pretty good. And then next, so you had Joyce, 36. You had Raven, 15. And then you had a tie in efficiency between 2 players. And that's Maddy with 12 and Tessa with 12. And so you ask me, so folks will be like, Cap, what you talking about? Tessa was shooting the lights out. She was balling out. She was doing this, that, and the third. It's like, okay, yeah, she was doing this, that, and the third. But here's the deal. If we look at points produced, and this is a analytic metric, points produced, you're talking about 9.8 for Tessa Johnson. Points allowed, you're talking about 15.9 because she was getting beat on defense a lot tonight. Let's be real. But you're talking about 19 points, 1 assist, 3 turnovers. If you put the whole totality, you're talking about a player who had 6 for 15 from the field. That's 40%. That's solid. 5 for 11 from 3-point line, 45%. That is terrific. She played offensively in terms of putting the ball in the basket. Terrific. Amazing. Y'all should have 3 rebounds and a block shot. What hurt her tonight was defense. And what I've been talking about since I had my show for 3.5 years, defense matters. It matters. And sometimes it doesn't matter what you're doing in terms of scoring the basketball, because if the other player are scoring on you too, it evens out. And that's what happened with Tessa tonight on defense. She was not good on the defensive end. On the offensive end, she was straight up spectacular, putting the ball in the basket. That's why I came out to efficiency of 12. Now, with Maddy, had efficiency of 12. Maddy played 31 minutes. She had 7 points. She had 3 assists, 0 turnovers, 1 for 2 from the field. 50%, 0 for 1 from the 3-point line. She had 1 rebound, and she had 3 steals. So you talk about a basketball player in Maddy McDaniel who started and played pretty good. she played pretty good. Defensively, she played well. She got you 3 steals. And then she had assist to turnover ratio of 3 assists to 0 turnovers. Now, my only problem with Maddy tonight, she need to take some damn shots. Maddy got to get aggressive. And taking only 2 shots against a basketball team. And I know it was the zone, and it was all those different things that was going on tonight. But if Maddy was more aggressive tonight, her stats would have looked off the chain because she always take care of the ball. She's always break you down. What was dope about her as well, she was 5 for 6 from the free throw line. That's 83%. Maddy, in this new role, because it's a brand new role that Maddy is playing, I believe that she will flourish in this role. She just got to be a little bit more aggressive. And here's the deal. I don't know if it's coaching or what. All I know is if you have a player who plays 31 minutes and only is 1 for 2 from the field goal. Now, I know her going to the free throw line, that means she was going to the basket and got the call. I just don't like it. I'm just keeping it real. I just don't like it. Maddy passed up a couple of shots that I think she should have took. But obviously, it was a cognizant effort of her, of this team, of something, for her not to be as aggressive. You had Tessa with 15 shots. You had Joyce with 12 shots. She should have had more. You had Raven with 11. I don't know what was up with this offense tonight. Whatever the game plan is on Thursday night, Maddy McDaniel need to be shooting the damn basketball. I would say that right there. She needs to be shooting the ball. And I'm just keeping it real. She is a very good basketball player. She need to be shooting the ball. Okay? Efficiency of 12, 3 assists, 0 turnovers. I need some tweaks. I need a coaching staff. Now, I love my coaching staff. I love them to death now. I love my coaching staff, but this kind of I gotta call a spade a spade. I need to go to the lab with a pen and pad and draw up some plays for Maddy McDaniel to get to the basket or take some jumpers or do something. I need from Thursday. On Thursday, I need Maddy to be taking about 7-8 shots. If Tanaya Latson and Agot ain't playing, or if one of them come back, I don't care. I need Maddy taking about 7-8 shots in the basketball game. If she hit them, she hit them. She don't hit them, she don't hit them. But I need her to be aggressive. And maybe you call it up, write it up or something. The post, bruh. I don't even know. I don't even know what's the deal. I don't know what's going on. I mean, you got Adhel starting. Adhel started and played 3 minutes and then played no more in the first half. And then the second half, she started and then played 3 minutes, then came off the bench and then played no more. She had 6 minutes. I don't know what that is. And you got Madina. Madina played 22 minutes in this basketball game, had an efficiency of 9. Madina had 6 points, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, and 3 rebounds. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what the hell going on. I don't know what's going on. I just don't know. But we ain't getting much of nothing from our posts. Be it Adhel, be it Madina. So Adhel had an efficiency of 0. Madina had an efficiency of 9. Maryam had an efficiency of 2. She only played 6 minutes. Alicia had an efficiency of 0. She only played 9 minutes. I don't know what's going on. I don't legitimately, it seems to me, and maybe y'all can tell me, but have our posts regressed? Is it I don't see like I don't see, how can I say? There is not an aggressiveness from our post players. I don't see it. We are bigger than any team we play against. Any team. Adhel, 6'5". Madina, 6'6". Alicia, 6'7". Maryam, 6'4". But you can't, I just don't get it. This is why I made the comment last week, I don't know when it was, that if Joyce Edwards, if something happened to Joyce Edwards, we are done as a basketball team. We're done. Because we would get no production from the 4 or the 5 position. None, not a bit. If something happened to Joyce Edwards. It's really scary to think about it. Real talk. Real talk. It's really scary. I don't see it. And sometimes the 5-star status, sometimes it doesn't equate to that, superstar status or star status. I don't understand what's going on. But we are so deep in the season now, and you expect more, but I'm not getting it. Let's go through a few of these comments. A few of these comments and questions. Chuck Bailey, my guy. Let the fans feel it, C-Dub. Let them know they are rocking with the best. Let's go. What's up, my dude? What's good? Kaisha, star sign. I was at the game. Good to see them come to my city and show out. That's what's up, Kaisha. It looked like it was a pretty good crowd. It looked like it was a decent crowd, Texas A&M. It looked like, and then especially in the third and fourth quarter, as A&M got closer, they started turning up a little bit. But shout out to you and going to that basketball game. See Squirrel. I like that. We have tall post players, and they can't get it to our post players at all. Well, I mean, this is the deal, C Squirrel, and thank you for commenting. The problem I see that happens with our post players is a lot of fumbling, a lot of non-catching. And then I see a lot of non-finishing at the basket from our post players. Wifey and I was watching the game, and she was like, they're not trusting. They are not trusting Madina. They are throwing the ball around, and they're not trusting Madina. They're not going to throw it into the post. They're not going to throw it into her, because when you throw it into her, she might fumble it. She might get it stolen. Any of those things. And they sure ain't going to throw it into Adhel, and she be working hard in the post, but she ain't finishing it. So it's like, okay, what should I do? Should I throw it into the post? Although I don't trust, you to score. Or should I take it myself and deal with the consequences? Lejeune got oils. Lejeune got oils. I'm sorry! Exclamation mark. I don't see Dawn up coaching these girls up. They are just all over the place. This is embarrassing. I mean, well, here's the deal. And thank you for the comment, Lejeune. Okay, here's the deal. And we legitimately as a family, we gotta have this conversation. This team is legitimately on thin ice. It's on thin ice because of the lack of high-tier talent on this basketball team. With Tanaya out of this game, you saw a difference. That was magnified with Agot out of this game. If one of those two players in this game, the result would have been different. It would be more of a blowout. But you have both players out of this game. You are legitimately missing. Now, they made a point. The commentators, first off, the commentators suck. I didn't care for the commentators at all. At all. Maybe I'm the only one who thought that, but I thought they were terrible. And it trips me out sometimes because I know they call so many games and they got to watch so many teams and blah, blah, blah. But if you want to have an efficient commentating broadcast team, I really think you need to focus on individuals who actually watch the team a lot, who actually watch South Carolina a lot, who actually watch Texas A&M a lot, because they were saying some stuff. I don't know what the hell they was talking about. I really didn't. I didn't know what they were talking. I don't know what they were talking about. It trips me out because I watch the sport all the time. I watch all the SEC games. I watch all this stuff. And then they be saying some stuff. I'm like, what are you talking about? I was just so disgusted. Now, in terms of our basketball team, we are missing not only, here's the deal. We missing Tanaya, bet, okay? Starter, okay? Agot, is she a starter? I don't know. For the last couple games, you can say that. She's not really a starter. Our lineup, really, real talk, for most of the season, Madina at the 5, Joyce at the 4, Tessa at the 3, Tanaya at the 2, Raven at the 1. Okay, Tanaya, gone. 2 is gone. All right. Agot was our quote-unquote best player off the bench. Gone. Because this is the deal. We start, like I mentioned early in the show, we started the season talent deficient, that we didn't have the depth on the bench as much as we had before. I was worried from the first month of the season where injuries to our key players would be detrimental to this basketball team. Now we are 22, 23, 24 games into the season, and those injuries are showing up. They are showing up. So we don't have a player like Chloe. We don't have a player like Watkins. We don't have a player like Tanaya. And here's the deal. We ain't never replaced Malaysia Fulwiley off the bench. It never happened. It never happened. Tanaya came in to the starting lineup, and who she replaced, quote unquote, in the starting lineup was Pow Pow. Who replaced Malaysia Fulwiley? Nobody. And that has not been an issue, and it would not be an issue if Agot was healthy for the totality of the season. But again, you are counting on a freshman, albeit a very talented freshman, to ball out. But she has not been healthy half the season. So we are what we are at this point. Now, in terms of saying, Dawn is not coaching up the girls and not doing this, that, and third, I mean, Dawn got 3 national championships. I ain't saying nothing about Dawn Staley. The resume speaks for itself. What happened tonight is that we are being revealed to a certain degree that we were a higher talented basketball team at the top, and that these injuries are really affecting us. You go look at UConn 2-3 years ago when they had so many injuries on their basketball team. We are feeling that. We are feeling that. And this started in October. Adam Ritter, we stink. We need to get a center at Portal. Oh my God. What's up, my guy? First off, we don't stink. First off, we're still a very good basketball team. First off, this is the same basketball team that ran roughshod over Vanderbilt by a huge margin. Same team that should have beat Texas twice. Only problem with this basketball team is that we're injured. We're injured. So, and that showed tonight. Here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. We play Mississippi State on Thursday at the crib. Mississippi State is a good basketball team. Okay? If we don't have Tanaya and Agot, and I'm pretty damn sure that we won't on Thursday, it's going to be a very difficult basketball team because we're not listening. Again, we aren't missing 2 starters. We aren't. We are missing 3.5 starters. We're missing 3.5 starters because I'm counting Chloe as a starter, and she ain't been playing. I'm counting Tanaya as a starter for sure. Watkins, I don't know what Watkins would be giving us in February if she was playing, and you got a guy. We missing a whole lot of talent on this basketball team, and we just got to acknowledge that. We have to acknowledge that. David and SC captain, love the show. Our posts have too many turnovers. How can we correct it? Man, oh man, oh man. Our posts get so, I mean, it's a constant thing. It's been that same way all season long. You got, if we look at the game today, just today, and I ain't going to really discuss about the whole season, but because Madina has been a turnover machine in the SEC, okay? She's averaged about 4 turnovers per basketball game in SEC play. And that's despite her minutes going down, okay? She averaged about 3.3 turnovers per basketball game. Joyce has been turning over the ball way more than she did last season. And then Alicia had 3 turnovers today in 9 minutes. Here's the deal. Alicia cannot be trusted to get minutes right now. She ain't ready at all. And I did not expect her to be ready. But we are getting so many turnovers. And you're making a great point, David and SC. Great point. We are turning the ball over so much in the post. And not like we are a turnover-prone basketball team. We are not. We're still top 15 in the country in terms of fewest turnovers per basketball game. But it's just magnified. It's really magnified in games like this when we are a much better basketball team. James Williams, what's going on with SC? This is an absolutely bad game. The girl from France is not ready. Now stop trying to force feed her. She should not be getting more time than Madina. What's up, fam? Okay, here's the deal. I mean, she did not get more time than Madina. She only had 9 minutes. Let's be real. Madina played 22 minutes in this basketball game. So she played Madina played 2.5 time, more time, 2.5 multiplied 2.5 times than Alicia did tonight. Okay. And Alicia had, let me see. Alicia had 5 rebounds. This is the crazy stat. Alicia had 9 minutes and 5 rebounds. Madina had 22 minutes and 3 rebounds. What the hell going on, bro? Please tell me what am I doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? I don't understand. That stat right there just irritates the hell out of me. She played 9 minutes, had 5 rebounds. Madina played 22 minutes in this basketball game and had 3 rebounds. You know who else had 3 rebounds in this basketball game? Tessa Johnson. You know who had 7 rebounds in this basketball game? Raven Johnson. That's what irritates me. It irritates y'all. This ain't about Alicia. Alicia only played 9 minutes. They ain't got nothing to do with Alicia. Nothing at all. 9 minutes of play. You don't get much pub on my show for getting 9 minutes of play. Maryam Dauda, ain't about Dauda. She only played. This is the Madina issue. And it's a problem. And we've seen it because here's the deal. They made a good comment. I'm saying that she just started playing basketball at 17, you know, and we see that. Experience level, she's not ready because she has not played enough basketball. Athletically, she's a beast. She's a beast. Just experience-wise, she's not ready. She's not ready. Yisha Williams, it wasn't a pretty win, but a win is a win. The big have to step up. The team had to make some adjustments, and they did. Later in the game, this is SEC, and you better come to play. Thank you for the comments, sis. A win is a win. Texas A&M suck. They're probably going to win no more basketball games this season. They only won 1 game in conference. They only won 8 games overall for the season. We were favored by 30.5 points, according to Vegas. We were supposed to do better. Our bigs didn't dominate. Texas A&M is not a good basketball team. And we won by 15 points. Jay the Greatest Cap. Something tells me these injuries seem serious and Dawn didn't look really into this game tonight. Jay the Greatest. Tell me that these injuries are serious and I'm go okay. So bruh. I would say this right here. Man. Because I don't want to say nothing crazy, man. I don't want to say nothing crazy out of turn. I would say this, man. I would say this right here. This is what I say. Expect to see this starting lineup for a while. Okay? Expect to see this starting lineup that we saw tonight for a while. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. Expect to see it for a while. And if y'all can read between the lines, y'all can figure it out. Mr. Make It Happen. Boy, y'all in trouble. We might be. Brian SBHSN. Hey, Captain. Joyce did it again. All-American. Hit them likes, y'all. Appreciate you, brother. Joyce is so special. So good at the game of basketball. You realize this girl had 28 points. Joyce had 28 points tonight and took 12 shots. 12 shots, 9 for 12 from the field. Joyce Edwards. She is so special. So special. It was something else. She's so nice. Ray 14, I expected some hiccups. Good for the young players to get some experience. Yeah, this was definitely, and thank you for the comment, bro. This is definitely, I told my wife before this game, I was like, I was excited to see the when the news came out talking about it, and I found out about it prior to it coming out, I was like, okay, bet. Now it's time to see what's going on. Now it's time to see, how this thing's going to work out, because opportunities now for more players to ball out. Dawn got to figure this thing out. I think this game tonight was a night where you figure, okay, you see who can play in certain situations. The problem is we only got 9 players. That's all we got. We got 9 players. We got 4 guards and 5 post players. That's all we got. Now, they are very talented. Let's be real. They have a whole lot of accolades, a whole lot of resume, stars, 5 stars, and all this, that, and the third. Real talk, man, that stuff don't mean nothing when the ball rolled out on the court. It don't mean nothing. Mississippi State don't give a damn about none of those things on Thursday night, about how many 5-star recruits we got on this basketball team. It means absolutely nothing. Tennessee don't mean nothing. It really don't. Tennessee going to try to take our head off on Sunday. Mississippi State going to try to take our head off on Thursday. I ain't going to say what LSU going to try to do against us on February the 14th at their crib. LSU going to straight up try to beat the shit out of us. Straight up. That is what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to embarrass us on next Saturday. So we got to bring it. We got to bring it. This is so important. This is vital. This is a telling time, because here's the deal: Agot, McCurry, and Tanaya will be back and we'll be fine. But it's just getting through that gauntlet. Getting through that gauntlet while they are out. Damn Ram. Hey, Cap, Texas A&M tried to take our cornbread. You're going to take our cornbread. You're going to take our cornbread, but there were consequences and repercussions. You're going to make me watch that movie tonight. One of the funniest movies I've ever seen in my life. So funny. So funny. Steve Miles, game like this, why didn't we work our interior players more? Because we can't catch. That's why, bro. You can't catch. You've been watching the 23 games, 24 basketball games we played this season. You've been watching it. It's not a situation. It's not a situation where our bigs are just going to dominate. That is not going to happen in this season. It is not. Stop it. We are a guard team. And Joyce Edwards. That's what we are. And then 2 of our best players are out. Those are the facts. They posted up hard, both feet in the paint, but didn't receive the ball. No. So, okay. See, Miles, you think the way our bigs are playing tonight and has played over the last 10 basketball games, you think Tessa Johnson gonna trust Adhel with the basketball and make a play? You think that Tessa is going to trust Madina with the basketball and make a play? Hell no. They're going to take them shots. They're going to take them shots and deal with whatever it is before then, because you have to prove. You have to prove that you can do it on a consistent basis. And they have not proven that they can do it on a consistent basis. So I don't fault neither one of them. I don't fault Maddy. I don't fault nothing like that. Of passing them the ball. I don't give a damn how hard they're working. I don't care. They have to prove that they got to put the ball in the basket. And they have not, over the course of the season, proven that they can put the ball on their basket on a consistent basis. It's probably happening in practice, but it's not translating from practice to the games. Dawn Staley said that Adhel been balling in practice. That's why she got the start. She played 6 minutes in this basketball game. 6 minutes against smaller players. Come on, bro. Cocky basketball starting with post dominance. Not this season, it ain't. Not this season. This season is different. This is guard dominance for this season. Madina was dominating non-conference. Those against smaller players. They got the NCC play. Things have changed dramatically for Madina. Dramatically. And it has not been kind. Just got to keep it real. Gosh, man, so many comments. So many comments. Glenn Campbell. The one constant is our inconsistency this season. I agree with you. And that goes with the lineups. That goes with injuries. That goes with in and out, changing lineups, being out for a week or two, being out for a month, all those different things. You can't get comfortable when you really don't know how much you're going to play. You don't know if you're going to start. So that it happens. It really happens. Sean Richburger said, shot o'clock. Shot o'clock. Brian said, I don't like that jalapeno. It's definitely a acquired taste. It really is. My mom said, hey there, Captain. Hey, Mama. I'll see you next week. Kenneth Bracey, Joyce played a great game tonight. She sure did. Maple Leaf Studio Productions, Captain, the free throw shooting is coming around. Yo, I mean, free throw shooting has been on point. The last 3 basketball games. What was our percentage today? What was our percentage from the free throw line tonight? We were 80%. We were 80%, 20 for 25 from the free throw line. That's after going 93% and 94%. We are shooting free throws very well, and I dig it. I really do. James Williams said, Don sat Tessa too early in the first half. That broke her rhythm. Tessa was shooting the lights out. I mean, come on. I mean, she still shot 5 for 11. Was that 5 for 11 from the three-point line? Oh, my goodness. Tessa is so good shooting the basketball. I can watch Tessa shoot basketball all day long. Really can. Pop Vintageous, calm down, everyone. Carolina, everyone plays South Carolina like it's the championship. I mean, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, we can say that, but we also got to call a spade a spade. And we are not gonna. What we are not gonna do is over exaggerate. This is a game by game basis, right? Especially when you're missing. What was that? So Tanaya came in. Tanaya was averaging 28, 29 minutes per basketball game in conference play. Agot was averaging about 21 minutes. So you're talking about roughly 51, 52 minutes a play in conference. That was not there. Agot McCurry, one of the better defenders in the conference. Okay. Tanaya Latson, top 5, top 6 scorer in the conference. So we're missing that. So what we're not going to do is just say, oh, this South Carolina, because we got the Gamecock on our chest, that we're supposed to blow everybody out. We have to look at the talent that's on the basketball team that is ready to play. Our basketball team, the 9 players that we have on our basketball team are not as deep or talented as a couple of other basketball teams that's in the SEC if we go player for player for player. We just got to acknowledge that. It is a big difference with Tanaya Latson and Agot McCurry not on our playing roster. We have to acknowledge it. We really do. Really do. This is a really good basketball team. It's a really good basketball team when we have all the players there on the team to play. If we do not, we are just a good basketball team. Captain, this one, Ray 14. Captain, what are you thinking about March Madness? I think March Madness is going to be off the chain. I think it's going to be crazy. I would say this right here. UConn's the best basketball team in the country. I don't think there's much of a debate on that. They're the champion. Offensive rating is amazing. Defensive rating is sensational. They have two of the best players in the country in AZ Fudd and Sarah Strong. Let's be real. They are the best. And then when you go after UConn, if we have all our ducks in a row and all our players locked and loaded and everybody dresses out and ready to play, I would say South Carolina is number 2 and number 3 best basketball team in the country. You know, but if we don't have all our players locked and loaded and ready to play, and I don't believe that we are number 2, number 3 best basketball team in the country. And those things will be figured out along the way. We will see if Tanaya Latson and Agot McCurr are out for an extended amount of time. We will find out how good our basketball team is, because the schedule is hella hard. Okay, we will find out. It will be decided on the court, and then the conversation will stop, because then we'll see where we stand against those teams. But if we are fully healthy, South Carolina, as I stated this morning on my other show on Balling with Captain Will, I said that South Carolina is the number 2 basketball team in the country. But then you got Texas, you have UCLA, you have LSU. Some folks are saying that LSU is the number 5 team in the country, 5th in the net, whatever they are in the AP poll. I don't really care about the AP poll. I tend to say that LSU right now, I say that South Carolina is number 2 team in the country. I say that LSU is number 3 team in the country, ahead of Texas and ahead of UCLA. LSU is very, very good. They are the number 1 rebounding basketball team in the country. They are the number 1 team, number 1 in offensive rebounding percentage. They're number 1 in offensive rating. They're number 2 in defensive rating. They're playing at a pace that's, 4th in the country in terms of pace of play. The top 15 in assist to turnover ratio. They are a complete basketball team. And I think they're a problem. Texas is very good. We'll see how they do against LSU. That game at 9 o'clock is going to be unbelievable. March Madness is going to be a trip. It's a lot of talented basketball teams. I am hoping this February the 2nd, get all these injuries out of the way so we can get back and play our style of basketball with the talent that we have. That's what I'm looking forward to. That's what I can't wait for. I really can't. But it's going to be interesting. Thursday's game versus Mississippi State is going to be very, very, very interesting. Trust me when I say that. Mississippi State is a good basketball team, and they are coming to South Carolina to win. We won this game against Texas A&M by 15 points. We did not play well. We didn't play well. Or maybe we played up to our capabilities. I don't know what the hell it is. I have more data on Thursday in terms of what this basketball team is with Agot McCurr and Tanaya Latson out. Give me a 2-game sample, then I can figure this thing out. But right now, man, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I can't wait for Thursday. I cannot wait for Thursday at 6:30. Why the hell are we playing at 6:30? Is something going on that I don't know about that we got to play at 6:30? That is so weird to me. It's so weird to me. I don't know, man. Gamecocks won. I did Casamigos, jalapenos. It was interesting. I'm going to try margarita, Casamigos jalapeno margarita later this evening. And we're going to figure this thing out. Hopefully the snow will be going away, because I've been locked up in this house for a minute. I'm getting tired. It's time to get out of here. Just got to keep it real. So with that being said, this concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Yo, you know what? Hold on. Y'all don't leave yet. Hold on, don't leave yet. My producer, meaning my wife, just sent me a couple more messages. Colonel Parker, thank you for the donation. Thank you so much. Thank you for the tip. I believe that this team is facing adversity right now, but we getting the bench players some experience. I hope so, bro. I hope so. I really do. Jamama 61 GG. Dawn says she was looking at quality tonight and not quantity. Go take a shot and go to bed, ranting like you crazy. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I'm just keeping it real. Quality, not quantity. All right. Go take a shot. I'm going to take another shot, but I ain't going to bed. But your mama, 61 GG, you know I like you, girl. Wilbur Adams. Captain Will, appears that the scout on us is when the post players get the ball, go take it from them. You might be right. You might be right. With that being said, again, thank you for watching. I appreciate the love. I'll see you tomorrow. Ranting again, talking about the South Carolina women's basketball team and also talking about some SEC stuff. Y'all have a good night. You're now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will.